With 10,000 naira, you can make this multi-purpose soap at the comfort of your home. Hey lovelies, in today's video I made 25 liters of liquid soap in my home. If you are new to this, like it's your first time of making a liquid soap, all you have to do is to locate a chemical shop close to you and tell them you want to make a liquid soap, and they will give you the materials or chemicals that you are to use in the production of your liquid soap. This liquid soap can be used to wash dishes, clothes, cars, countertop, etc. So the materials or chemicals you'll be using for this liquid soap production is nitrosol. The second chemical is caustic soda. You need soda ash, you need STPP, you need SLS, you need TEXAPON, sulfonic acid, phone booster, perfume, color, and of course you need water, a big bowl, and a turning stick. Okay, this measurement I used in this video will get me 25 liters of liquid soap. Okay, so let's get into the video. Okay, I'm trying to sort out my chemicals, mix them separately. So I will also be listing the chemicals stroke materials I'll be using for this multi-purpose soap in the description box. So do well to check my description box to get every details of the chemicals accordingly. Okay, accordingly the way you are supposed to be pouring it into the bowl while making the soap. So let's get into this video. So I mixed some of my chemicals a day before I made my soap. Okay, the chemical on the yellow container is the caustic soda. Okay, I mixed them properly. Then I went ahead to mix the soda ash, which is the one on the light blue bucket. Okay, I mixed my STPP inside the green bucket. Okay, then I mixed my SLS inside the black bucket. SLS is quite grainy, okay, and it looks like rice. Reason for mixing a day before is to aid the production of the soap to be faster. Okay, that's the secret of making a perfect liquid soap, ability to mix properly, okay, and turn very well. Actually mix all this thing a day, like the day you are making your liquid soap, but I choose to mix it together a day before. Okay, the reason why I'm doing this is to aid the production of the soap, okay, to be faster and easier. That is the secret of making a perfect soap. Okay, the ability to mix and turn. You have to mix properly. So I had to mix them separately and leave it a day before so that they can be able to like dissolve and mix very well. Okay, so this is the day, okay, for making the day for making the soap, and this chemical is nitrosol. Okay, nitrosol is the first chemical. They don't mix it down. You have to mix it that morning or any day, that day you are making that soap, whenever you are ready. Okay, so this is nitrosol. I mixed it with this is 2 cups of nitrosol. Okay, it's a very thick chemical, so make sure you dissolve in a bowl of water to avoid lumps, okay, or sticking together, and for proper mixing. This is a very thick chemical. Okay, nitrosol is a very thick chemical, so please make sure you are ready to make your soap. Don't mix it down. Make sure you are ready to make your soap before mixing this particular chemical, because if you mix it down, it's going to stick together, and when you're about turning, it will make your soap have lumps, which you will not like. Okay, so make sure you mix this chemical. So I transferred the nitrosol into a bigger bowl, okay, because I noticed that the bowl I was using was not going to be enough. So I transferred the nitrosol into a bigger bowl and added my caustic soda. Okay, you can see that I wasted a little time and the nitrosol started becoming like pap. Okay, like started becoming strong. I don't know how to solidify it, let me just put it that way. Okay, started solidifying. So make sure that you are 100% ready, because this nitrosol is the very ingredient that will determine how your soap is going to end. Okay, so I am going to mix properly, and this is what my mixing is looking like. Okay, this is the mixture of nitrosol and caustic soda. I'm still mixing. I'll be right back. Make sure you turn properly. Caustic soda is a very harsh chemical, so note this, it will become hot while mixing. Okay, and mind you, use a glove while mixing your soap chemicals. Mixing this together is going to take a whole lot of arm work. Okay, your hand is going to pain you, because as soon as you start mixing it together, as soon as you start mixing all this chemical together, it's going to thicken, and you need to mix well to combine properly before adding the next chemical. So you can see that let me just say, the way your soap will come out at the end of the day determines the way you mix your soap. If you mix your soap so well, your soap is going to be very fine and beautiful. Okay, no lumps or no lumps at the end of the day. So you have to mix, you have to sweat, you have to use your hand. Your hand is going to hurt you, your arm is going to hurt you, but at the end of the day it's going to worth it. Okay, this chemical to add is your soda ash. Okay, you're going to add your soda ash and mix properly. Okay, then you add your STPP increase the foaming of the soap. Then you go ahead to add your SLS, all chemicals, mix all chemicals together. Okay, so as you are mixing accordingly, you are turning them, you are going to be turning properly to avoid lumps. Okay, like I said before, mix properly. We actually took turns in turning this thing because it's not an easy job. Okay, turning the soap is not easy. The next ingredient or chemical to mix into your soap is sulfonic acid and TEXAPON. Okay, you're going to mix this together. Okay, you're going to mix the sulfonic acid and TEXAPON into the same bowl. Okay, you are mixing into the same bowl. You can see I poured the TEXAPON and sulfonic acid into a bowl. Okay, make sure the bowl is dry. You're not going to add any water into this particular mixture. This particular mixture doesn't want water. Okay, you just make TEXAPON and sulfonic acid together, mix in a separate dry bowl. Please don't add water to it. Mix together, so you are basically using the sulfonic acid to dissolve the TEXAPON. Okay, mix properly to combine, then add to the soap mixture. So we're going to be pouring in the sulfonic acid and TEXAPON. Pour it in and continue mixing properly. Okay, you are going to mix properly. We're going to mix at the point that it will start foaming. Okay, at this point, mix continuously and mix very well until your arm stroke your hand start hurting. By doing so, we are trying to mix, combine, and in order for your soap not to form different lumps or stay differently at the end of the day, for it to be well combined. So you're going to mix until it starts foaming. Okay, you are going to mix properly and the foam will come and go, and yes, you just keep on mixing. Even at this point, my daughter started saying, Mommy, see bubbles, bubbles. So it started bringing out bubbles at some point. Okay, it's going to foam very well at this point, and you will continue to mix and mix until the foam disappear. So you can see at this point you have a lot of turning to do. Okay, when you pour in this TEXAPON and sulfonic acid, you are going to experience foaming. Okay, and you are also going to mix this foaming until the foaming disappear. You can see it. Okay, until the foaming disappear completely. That's when you know that your soap is almost ready. You can see the bubbles. So while we are turning, the other bowl we are using broke and all the soap splashed on the floor. We have to turn it into this one. So you turn so well until the bubbles disappear. Alright? You turn very, very, very well. So the next thing to add, the next chemical to add is your foam booster. Add your foam booster and mix like mix very well, mix properly. It helps your soap to be really, really foamy. Okay, another thing I would like to say is when making your soap, please don't use a weak bowl. Okay, don't use a weak bowl. Okay, I noticed that the bowl I used at first like really weak, but as I was turning during the process of turning, I used the turning stick to like burst some parts and it started coming out, and you know, I had to quickly change to another bowl, which is this black one. Please always use a bowl that is thick. Okay, don't use a weak bowl. If you know that your bowl is weak, please look for the one that is very stronger bowl. Okay, this will help you to mix and turn properly, and in order for your soap not to waste or pour on the floor. You can see the floor is wet. The mixture poured on the floor and we had to like pour into, but thank God it's just small that poured. Okay, we had to like turn into another bowl and we started our mixture, we started our turning. Okay, and before you start making your soap, look at the bath or the plastic you are using. Make sure the plastic is the one that will contain it. I have a black bowl, but I didn't use that one because it's smaller. Okay, so the next thing to add is your perfume. Okay, I added my perfume and I added my color immediately. I didn't show where I was mixing this color, but this color comes in a powdered form. Okay, it comes in a powdered form. So I added my perfume. You can use any perfume of your choice. Okay, I used lavender perfume, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember. Okay, but you can use any perfume of your choice when you go to buy your chemicals. Okay, if you watched up until this moment, do well to subscribe and let me know if you want more of this DIY. Okay, subscribe, like this video. Thank you so much. By liking this video, YouTube will recommend this video to people that needs it. Okay, thank you very much, and do well to comment as well. Let me know if you want me to be posting videos like this, DIYs like this. So another thing I want to say is preservative. Okay, don't really need preservative or preservation or preserving this if you are going to finish this soap within the space of 4 months. Anything more than 4 months, I think you need preservative, okay, for it to stay longer than that. Okay, but I think this will take me up to 6 months, from now to 6 months. Okay, so if you are going to use more than 6 months, then you need to buy preservative when you are buying your chemicals. Okay, but if you are storing it from 6 months upward, then you will be needing preservative in your chemicals. Make I use and go wash.
Yes.
Make I just say make I use and go wash that clothes right there.
Yes, no.
Hey lovely, so I'll be washing clothes with this soapy water, okay, the one that we rinsed out. I have some dirty clothes in here. Okay, I think one thing I love about making your own soap is the fact that you choose what color and fragrance you use, and also you decide the consistency of the soap, because sometimes you buy soap from markets and they are very light, they are very light, or they are so watery.